Hey everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. Today I wanted to experiment a little bit and create these really sweet rainbow sunray type clouds. And I'm working with a great set called Lucky Stars by Lawn Fawn. And I have a ton of paper scraps. This is a great way to use up your scraps. And I just cut my card shop scraps. This is a nice heavyweight cardstock. I just cut them into strips that are like 2 3/4 inches long by 3/4 of an inch wide. And then I cut them corner to corner on the diagonal lengthwise so that I could get this kind of sunray effect. And I've got a piece of typing paper here that I've covered with adhesive, and I'm just going to kind of gauge where I want to put this cloud die. That's the Flat Bottom Clouds by My Favorite Things, and I'm always singing that song, Fat Bottom Girls, You Make the Rock and Roll Go Round. That's by Queen, but I substitute Flat Bottom Clouds because I'm a goofball that way. But anyway, hey, you girls got to have fun in the studio, right? So that's how I get my jollies. So I'm mounting all my little sun rays of paper here, and I've got the points all meeting at this one area, and it's gonna determine where I place that cloud die and kind of get the effect that I was going for. So once I've got them all glued in place, I just butted them all up together, really tightly together, and the points are all meeting in that one area there. I can go ahead and trim off the excess, and then I can position my cloud die. And there you can see why I was kind of paying attention to where I wanted those rays to kind of all converge. And then I'm going to hold that die in place temporarily with a couple pieces of washi tape so that it doesn't shift when I send it through my Big Shot. And this is the moment of the big reveal. I take the smallest point of my stylus there and pop it out, and there I've got my rainbow cloud. And I wanted to add a little bit of shimmer and glimmer, so I'm using these Cosmo Cricut glitter sheets. I love them, but you do need to be mindful there's a staple that holds all 3 sheets together in the packaging. So you want to carefully remove that before you try to separate the sheets, and then you'll be good to go. And I just went ahead and cut a little strip of it and then cut it into a sliver, kind of on the diagonal there to get that pointed rayed effect. And then I'll just peel back the adhesive liner. Yes, these Cosmo Cricut glitter sheets are self-adhesive. They have adhesive already on them. They're awesome. And I'm kind of wishing I'd gotten even more of the colors because they're so fun to work with. You can cut them with your scissors. You can die cut them. You can probably punch them, although I haven't tried that yet. But there you go. I got my perfect little cloud with a little bit of glitter on it. I was so happy it turned out on the first time because most of the time I don't get things to turn out on the first attempt. So I was pretty happy. So now I'm going to make this a little bit sturdier because there's only typing paper on the back, and because of those seams it's kind of flimsy. So I die cut another cloud from some Craftaboard and then mounted the two together to make it a really sturdy embellishment. So now I'm going to take some of the images from the Lucky Star set, a sentiment and then some of the stars. I'm just kind of placing them where I want them to go in my layout. And then once I'm sure that's what I want, I can go ahead and move the cloud out of the way and put the stamp press over the top and just go straight down and mount them all together at the same time to my stamp press. And then I'll go ahead and ink those up with some black ink. This is the VersaFine Onyx Black. And you do need to be a little bit careful here because I've got, you've got some open gaps here at least. And I noticed I got some stray ink there. So I just wiped those away with the baby wipe. And then I don't have to worry about getting any stray ink on my card. So now I can kind of line that back up and go straight down onto my card front. And there we go. It's all stamped all at one time. So I'm just going to put some pressure there where the images are just to make sure I've got even pressure. But I did notice I didn't ink up that sentiment quite as well as I should have. So I just came in with a black marker and filled in that spot there. And then I wanted a few more stars. So I removed the stars from the stamp press and put one of the stars onto a little acrylic block and just added a few more stars to fill it in there. And then because I really didn't get it quite centered, it was a little bit too far to the left, I decided to just whack off the right-hand side of the front of the card and then just mount a strip of black cardstock to the inside of the card back. And then it will peek out there. But then when I mount my cloud, it will look like it's perfectly centered. And this was an intentional move on my part. So we got that mounted with some foam dots. And there you go. The card is finished. I think this is a really fun card. And you could use other sentiments in the set that would go well with this as long as you got the stars going on. And I think that little bit of glitter there on the sun rays just is the perfect finishing touch. I just loved how it turned out. Thanks for watching.